In the previous part, I discussed about three techniques that makes a film great, like camera work, acting and music. In this video, I will be discussing about three more techniques that makes a film great, like exposition, subtext and editing, and how these things affect the quality of a film. So let's start. Our first technique is exposition. However, exposition doesn't matter every time for a film, but it can be sometimes important by delivering either as a narrative purpose or by setting up the story. Exposition can be of many types like news broadcasts, newspapers, narrations or by flashbacks. Setting up the exposition is very important for a film. It can either make a film great or can turn it bad. In Inception, the exposition is spoon-fed in many scenes, and this resulted in overlong scenes and dialogues resulting in flat characterization and improper pace in the story, which also makes the viewer less curious about the plot. Whereas in Mulholland Drive, there is minimal use of expositions which makes the film more interpretative and three-dimensional. Now coming to subtext. To understand subtext, we have to know the difference between text and subtext. Text are the spoken words or visible emotions that are portrayed by the characters. Subtext is underlined thoughts and emotions that we as a viewer can feel. My favorite example of subtext is from Ozu's Tokyo Story. In nearly the end of the film, we see the character of father saying that there would be the same hotness in climate tomorrow, which eventually means that he is trying to make him believe what just happened in the family. It means that even after you lose your loved ones, life has to continue anyhow. If you have seen the film, then you will understand what I am trying to say. Subtext adds a layer in a film. Subtext could also be shown through just expressions with no dialogues. Sometimes long and static shots are used to convert those subtext into emotions. Editing mostly holds a lot of value in the quality of a film. Editing can be sharp to show uneasiness or with little cuts to show character depth. Great films mostly prefer long shots instead of speedy cuts. Studio-oriented films like Star Wars uses wipe cuts to create more intensities, whereas films like There Will Be Blood uses dissolve cuts to show more subtlety. Great editing can be used to juxtapose scenes in a great manner. In The Godfather Part 1, in this scene, cuts are used in equal intervals to juxtapose two different scenes taking place in the same time. This creates both intensity and also provides depth behind these scenes. When these aspects are added in a film with uttermost intensity and importance, we get a great film. So when you are watching a film for the next time, don't just go with it. Question it, try to experience the real essence behind it. When you get to understand the subtle meanings and craft behind this medium, you start to appreciate the nuance behind every single detail. Because films are much more than just stories. It is a form of art which stays in our memories, and we try to question every moment of it.